Yeah, it's a red carpet story. Hold on tight. Cameron.
Thank you. Okay, I do other stuff, and at some point I will. I just have to talk Ronnie out of introducing me as the red carpet reporter, but she does it every time. And plus, I'm working on a book right now of my experiences on the red carpet, and I think it's going pretty good. I almost forgot about this, but the other day I absentmindedly mentioned that I love the movie Gone, because at the after party, I've been to a million after parties, and every after party, that's all anyone can talk about is like themselves and what they're up to and pose for the cameras. And this was the only after party where all anyone talked about was the movie and how it ended, and that's all anyone was able to talk about. And I just casually mentioned, I said, even Casey Affleck was there, and we hate each other so much. She was like, okay, can we back up a little bit? You and Casey Affleck hate each other. And this is the first part of a two-part story, because I'd be up here for 20 minutes, which would anger Ronnie.
It wouldn't anger me, I just...
But, yeah, so this is...
We tried that once.
Yes, so this is the first part of a two-part story about why Casey Affleck and I really, really hate each other. I don't understand why he hates me so much, but I definitely understand why I hate him. Okay, so it is September 18th, 2007. I was just leaving work. My day job is an accountant. I was just about to walk out the door when my editor texted me. I worked in Midtown, right? I texted back, well, yeah. And she said, oh, great. She planned on going to the screening of The Assassination of Jesse James by the coward Robert Ford at the Ziegfeld. But she just lost a crown. And she was headed to the dentist, so she really didn't want to go. And I really didn't want to go. And she said, well, you know, Brad Pitt's going to be there. So I went. I mean, I was much too late for the red carpet. Worse than that, because it was the last minute, I didn't have time to do any research. I knew nothing about the movie except that it was a Western. Full disclosure, I don't like Westerns. I didn't enjoy the movie that much. I found it long and bloodless. But the after party was at Guvastino's. And if you have never been to Guvastino's, well, it's kind of a private place, so you have to be invited to an event there. But talk your friends into throwing a party there, because it's amazing. So it was such an amazing place. And when you don't get interviews on the red carpet, which I prefer, you need to find the PR rep at the party, and he or she will take you to the person, introduce you. And I really wanted to talk to my dear, close, intimate, and personal friend, Brad Pitt, whom I'd spoken with for 7 entire minutes just 5 months earlier. He had to remember me. And he was having none of it. They put 3 couches together to form this circle, or the square, and then put a line of bodyguards in front of the 3 couches. And he and Angelina Jolie were at the end of one couch with a giant ring of bodyguards all around them, so you couldn't even get within 20 feet of them. This is how much they were not having it. So yeah, he walked next to me for a couple of seconds, and that was our only interaction of the evening, and he wasn't even facing me. But the food was amazing. So the PR person was like, I'll go get Casey Affleck for you. Actually, she said, go get some food and I'll come get you when Brad is ready. And Brad would never be ready. But the food was amazing, so I stuffed myself until I could hardly walk. And then I'm told Casey Affleck would speak with me. I arrive in this corner where Casey Affleck is standing, and I see Maddie from Variety is talking to them. The PR person he just needs a minute. Then I watch, and bear in mind, it's Gustino's, it's a restaurant, it's indoors, and he's chatting with Maddie, who is very visibly pregnant, and he lights up a cigarette. Okay, I've seen this before. In fact, I've seen this a bunch of times. It seems like in New York, before it was illegal to smoke indoors, there was an attitude of, oh, we don't allow smoking at this party. We're classy. And now there's this attitude of, oh my God, I'm so rich and famous. I'm going to smoke indoors and no one's going to stop me. And actually, yeah, I was at a party once with Marion Gaultier, and she started smoking, and I saw something out of the corner of my eye, and I thought it was somebody coming over to tell her to stop smoking. They were coming over to bring her an ashtray. And at least she gave me a cigarette so I could smoke with her, and she ashed in the ashtray. This is important later. If you from a distance, I could tell Casey Affleck's body language was not friendly. He was dropping his shoulders, he wasn't making eye contact, he almost seemed combative. And I'm starting to get a little nervous because I didn't have any time to do any research, so I'm going to have to wing it. Now, every once in a while, I'll wing it, and I can see the actors are getting annoyed because they can tell I'm not prepared, and I can't blame them, because I just asked some very boring and generic questions. Now I'm taking to Casey Affleck, and let me say he's very handsome, he's very tall and slender, but he also has a real baby face. I mean, he's in his early 30s, but he looked like he was 14. And I also got the impression that he was short, which turned out to be incorrect, but for a reason that I'll get to in the second half, which you're not going to hear. I go to shake his hand, and he waves it off and lights another cigarette. which I'm just really starting to get annoyed with that, but at the same time I can't really say anything. So, begins the interview, and I ask my lame, boring, and generic questions. So, it's been a while for a Western, why was now the time to bring it back? Which he responds to with this. Why did you want to do a Western? I wanted to do this one. Any particular reason? The script was good. What did you like about the script?